Donald Trump's second gag order violation hearing got off to a bit of a crappy start after Trump's lawyer had introduced a nickname that was given to the former president from his one-time fixer, Michael Cohen. Now, on Thursday morning, prosecutors at Trump's Manhattan election interference trial had argued that, he had violated the gag order last week when he had made 4 on-camera statements attacking witnesses and the jury. Now, this happens to be separate from the previous 9 violations to which he was fined $9,000 and was summarily forced to remove. Also, during the hearing, threatened with jail time. Now, defense attorney Todd Blanche, however, complained that the newest, 4 instances that Trump has to remain silent about witnesses and jurors while his opponents are out there getting to say whatever the hell they want. The first example was President Joe Biden referencing stormy weather. This was a joke during the White House Correspondents' Dinner on Saturday. Stormy weather, of course, a little bit of an indirect reference to Stormy Daniels. Now, Blanche told Justice Juan Merchan, quote, "President Trump can't respond to that by criticizing Daniels." Yes, well, because Daniels might be a witness, so you can't criticize Daniels. But certainly he could make fun of Joe Biden. I mean, the judge, by the way, was a bit skeptical of Blanche's arguments for good reason. Here's what Judge Merchan said. "You're saying that he can't respond to what President Biden said? Well, there's nothing in the gag order that says he can't. So, yeah, if you want to go after Biden for that, have at it. I mean, after all, he is your opponent in the race. Nothing that says that you can't criticize your opponent and that he can't criticize you. He's not a witness in this. But anyway, and he's not subject to the gag order and criticizing. And by the way, Joe Biden is not protected by the gag order either. So if you want to go after him, go after him. Go nuts. Now, that said, Blanche said it was not fair that Michael Cohen, who is a witness, can take public pot shots at Trump. And there, he actually might have a point. Trump must remain silent, Blanche complained, even when Cohen mocks him as Donald von tzInPants. I'm sorry. I love it. I'm a child.
Big, massive dumps. They call them dumps. Big, massive dumps.
Look, in reference to the trial, though, right? It just brings me back to the story where, there were some witnesses that were like, oh, man, Trump's farting a lot in court, and it's really foul.
Wind.
Yeah, he's gotten some wind, all right? All right. Anyway, hey, that's the name that Cohen had given his former boss. In fact, here's some of the statements that were read aloud in court as Trump was forced to listen. Quote, "Hey, von tzInPants, your attacks of me stink of desperation. We are all hoping that you take the stand in your defense." Another message was, "Keep messing with me, Donald, and I won't send any money to your commissary." Blanche then told the judge, everybody can say anything they want except for President Trump. Well, no, President Trump, former President Trump, can go and say things. He just can't attack the witnesses. He can't attack members of the jury. And he can't attack court staff or the court staff's family. But when it comes to Cohen, again, yeah, he's got kind of a point. Look, as funny as von tzInPants is, Michael Cohen is a witness, and I don't really think he should be out there doing that and still be covered by the gag order. We got to be fair about this, right? Even Donald Trump deserves a fair trial. I know. Cohen realizes it too. Last week, Cohen pledged to stop talking about Trump on X for as long as a month, until after his testimony in the trial is over. Seems fair, right? It's not like the judge can gag Cohen or Daniels for that matter. So really, the options here are pretty limited. He could remove Cohen from the order's protection. So, specifically exclude him And Merchant is considering that. And look, Merchant himself is not part of the gag order, so Trump can and does talk all sorts of stuff about him without violating the gag order. And Merchant's like, yeah, I don't care. Just don't come after my family and don't come after witnesses. Don't try to intimidate the jury. So look, if Cohen wants to lob bombs, I'm in favor of that. But let Trump hit him back. I mean, it's not like Michael Cohen appears to be all that intimidated by Trump. The whole point of the gag order is to not allow the defendant intimidate the jury, witness, or court staff. So the fact that Cohen does not seem to be intimidated and is able to lob these bombs, hey, okay, I would have no problem with Merchant letting Cohen out of the gag order to not be protected, and they can sit there and attack each other all day long. Have fun. That said, if Cohen does want to stay under the order, then he's going to have to stay quiet. Fair is fair. Am I not the most, fairest person in America, right? That said, all that, the best part of this, to me, the funniest part, is now, because of Trump's lawyer, Donald had to sit there and listen to people making fun of him, and now the court record contains the name Donald von tzInPants. I don't know why it's entertaining and why I love it, but I do.